Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to do something that I haven't done before, and it's doing a celebrity inspired makeup look, which I was so excited to do. Somebody had tweeted and asked me to do this makeup look, and the minute I saw it I was like, yes, I'm so for this makeup, it's amazing. I decided to do it and film it. So if you want to see how I do my Kim K inspired makeup and hair, then please keep watching. So you can see here with her skin, it's pretty flawless as always. And she has that really nice highlight contoured look. That's like pretty like her kind of like signature base look. So I'm going to use the Peach Deluxe from Gleam by Melanie Mills. And I'm just going to use this just to kind of bronze my skin a little bit. Just going to put some down my neck and along my chest. Just to kind of all even it out. For my foundation, I'm going to use the Tarte Clay Stick foundation. This is in the shade Light Medium Neutral. This just gives a really nice flawless finish. And the brush I'm using to blend this in with is a Tarte brush. I'm going to bronze first, and then I'm going to go back in and highlight the areas, because I know her highlight can be like quite bright in some areas, so I just want to bronze first. And then I can kind of control the areas that I want the brightest. So, ooh, I get a little shit. So again, I'm using the Clay Stick foundation. This is in a deeper shade. It's the shade Deep Honey that I'm going to use for my contour. We'll do cheekbones. Snatch the jaw. Take it down along the sides. I don't want to do too much here. I want to oval my face shape a bit more. I'm going to use the sponge to blend this out just to see, because I usually use a brush, but I'm just going to try something new for a change. So this sponge is from Morphe. This shape. So I like this shape. So this is like good for foundation and just like larger areas, and then I usually kind of use this top point for when I do concealer, because it just fits in around here, and it's great for blending out the nose as well. I feel like when you use a sponge with this, you really need to like punch yourself in the face pretty much to blend it out, otherwise it doesn't blend. So I'm going to highlight now. I'm going to use Shape Tape. I'm going to use the shade Light first, which is the one I usually use. And then any areas that she has brighter, which is like more so like around the chin and around the nose, areas like that, I'm gonna use Fair, which is a shade lighter. And I'm just gonna blend that in again with the same sponge. So I'm just going to go a little lighter, because you can see just like around her chin, like in around this area here, she goes a little brighter, and a little bit around this area. So I'm taking Fair. So just around here. I feel like that should do it, because Shape Tape spreads a lot anyway, so I'm just going to do this bit first. So we're basically like just giving it more of like a highlighted effect. And I'm going to use some shimmer highlight too. It's hard to tell if she has any on in this picture. Oh no, she does. You can see it on her nose. Okay. It's just hard to tell because you can't really see her cheekbones. But she's usually pretty glowy, so I'm guessing there is some glowy highlight on her skin. Yeah, that's giving us more of like that highlight effect in here. I'm going to set using my Peach Perfect powder from Too Faced. So I'm going to get some powder onto my sponge, and I'm just going to press this in to set it. I feel like that took away some of my brightness now. Okay, I kind of got rid of some of my brightness there by mistake. The powder kind of... Okay, I know you shouldn't really do this, but I'm going to see if it works. Let's hope for the best that this actually works. It's just a little bit of light, or fair. Okay, that worked. That's what I usually recommend, putting cream over powder, but it worked. I just want to keep that brightness because that is like such a signature look for her. So I want to keep this makeup like as close to the picture as possible. Now I'm going to bronze the rest of my skin, so I just want to set the cream. So I'm going to use the Bahama Mama bronzer from the Balm. And I'm going to take this brush from BH Cosmetics. It's number 2. So we're just going to go, as I said, go over the cream contour just to set it and just add some extra bronze to the skin. I'm going to go in and just add a little bit of hula as well, because that's what I do. Just to give us that bit more of a cheekbone, because I know Kim has like the most amazing cheekbones. Her blush in this picture looks like a really soft, natural blush, so I'm going to use Style from MAC because this is such a really nice, natural blush. Just adds a bit of colour to the cheeks without it being too colourful. Then I put a little bit of this on the cheeks. So I'm just going to take my Soft Ochre Paint Pot from MAC. And I'm just going all over the eyes. I went through so many of my colours, of my everything, to try and find this eyeshadow colour. Because it's like a really like soft, peachy, pinky. It's like an in-between. Yeah, so the closest I could find was, I'm going to use a liquid lipstick. Liquid lipstick is from Kat Von D. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't even read the name because it's so tiny. But I will have it in the description box for you. And I'm also going to use this Zoeva palette. It's called Sweet Glamour. So it has this really soft pastel tones in it. I think I got this last year sometime. I think it was last year sometime, so I'm not 100% sure if they still sell this palette. So if they don't, I'm sorry, but it's the only colour I could find in my palettes that was the closest match to how this looks. So I'm going to go in with the liquid lipstick first, and we're going to put it all over the lid. And I'm just going to blend this all over the lid first, just to kind of move around the product and soak up any excess product. And then just start to blend it out. You can always go back and add a little bit more, which I probably will. It's like always easier just to kind of go back and grab product than putting too much on in the first place. Oh, itchy head, itchy head, itchy head, itchy head. Oh, didn't want to scratch it because I don't need to scratching my makeup off. So I'm going to take some of the shade Quite Realistic. This shade here, I know like on camera it's coming off a lot lighter than it actually is, but it's just a bit more of a peachy tone. So I'm going to take this shade and press it on top. I just think I need a little more something. I'm going to grab a little bit of this as well. This is Sushi Flower from MAC. It looks good to me. I just feel like on camera it's coming off a lot lighter than it actually is. The brushes I used for my eyes was a BH Cosmetics number 7 brush, and the other one was a Morphe Y9 brush. So I used the BH one for the liquid lipstick, and this one was for the shadow. So I did bring my pink up a little bit higher than she has because she has more lid space than I do. So if I brought mine up to the same point that Kim has hers, you wouldn't be able to see it. So that's why I brought mine up just a little higher. So I'm just going to go and put a light layer of mascara on. This is the Maybelline, the Colossal Big Shot. So I'm going really heavy on my mascara, especially on the bottom lash. So from this picture, she may have some like lash extensions or individuals, and I'm just not going to do that because I don't have contacts and I can't do that without my glasses, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just like packing the mascara on first, then I'm gonna find some like natural-ish lashes that I can do and put mascara on. But I'm just gonna do my mascara first. I also just noticed, like, when I zoom in close to her eyes, that her top lash is quite defined, especially in towards the inner corner. If you can see what I mean here. Like, see the way it's quite defined in their inner corner. So I'm just going to take a darker Marc Jacobs pencil and I'm just going to go in the top lash line just to define my eye, because she has like more of an almond, like longer shape eye than I do. So I'm just going to try and define it the way she has. Yeah, so see, I just did it along the top here. So as I said before, Kim's lashes are either natural lashes or she has some extensions or individuals. So I wanted to just try something on this eye, and I think it kind of worked out how I wanted it to. I just went for natural lashes and then put some mascara on them and clumped them together. So I'm going to show you how I do that on this eye. I just wanted to try it off camera just to see what looked best and what would work. These lashes that I'm using, they're Skeeto lashes. They're called Big City Nights. And I'm using Skeeto lash glue as well. I always get a lot of questions actually about what lash glue I use, and it's always Skeeto. Unless I run out, then I just use whatever I have. Actually, probably like the best lash glue there is, in my opinion. I'm kind of happy with how this lash turned out. That was the one thing I was just a bit unsure of, because I knew I wasn't going to put individuals on. Okay, so lashes are on. So this is how they look before I do anything else. So all I do now is go back in with the mascara. I kind of more so use the tip of this and just flick it through, because we are going for that clumpier lash look. And then after I have that done, I just took one of these little lash applicators. This is Velour Lash, and I'm just going to squeeze some of the lashes together. So it just gives it that like clumpier effect. You can always just like go back and forth if you want to add mascara to anywhere. Just keep going until you feel like it's enough. You can also like squeeze it with your fingers of that as well if you want. It's just harder for me though with my nails, so that's why I use tweezers. So I wouldn't recommend doing this to expensive lashes, because you're not going to ever get to wear these again. I know these lashes I use are like an expensive lash, but even if you just went to, I don't know, get a pair of drugstore ones and do this with, because I don't want you to ruin all your nice lashes. I'm going to add more to my bottom lash as well, just because I don't want it to look too top heavy. Even though you can't really tell from this picture if she has a lot of highlight on, I'm still going to do it because it's me. So I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlight for this look. I'm going to use this on my cheekbones, nose, chin, forehead, everywhere we want kind of glowy. So she has like the perfect nude lip on. So you can see here we have that like darker lip line and a nice nude lip, which I'm all for. So I'm going to use Stone Lip Pencil, and the lipstick I'm using is Flash Pot. I'm just softening the edges as I go, so then it's easier when I go with the lipstick. And now going in with Flash Pot. I'm going to also take a little bit of Honey Love, so it just has a little bit of a warmer tone to it. So I'm just going to put this on too. Just pressing it on just to add a little bit of warmth to it so it's not too grey. Okay, and that is it for the makeup part of it. So let's jump in and do hair. I'm going to quickly clip my extensions in off camera, but I do have a video on how I clip my extensions in and all that, so I will link that below if you want to check that out too. But just to make the video a little quicker, I'm going to clip them in first. So I do have similar videos up of like how I wave my hair that I link below as well, but I'm just going to quickly show you again, just probably on one side. So there already is like a slight, okay, not on this part, but in parts of the extensions there is some slight waves already in it from the last time I wore them. You'll notice as well that the colours don't 100% match, because you can see here the extensions are more grey, and I just washed my hair this morning and I used my purple shampoo, so that's why this is a little bit more purple than to this, but I'm still going to do it anyway. Sometimes it doesn't look too bad, it kind of looks like a purpley fade down to a grey, so we're just going to go with that and hope that it works. So I'm just sectioning the hair, and then I'm just going to take a piece. You don't have to be really neat with this because, you know, it's more that like tousled wave look. I have two different videos already up. One of them is where I curl my hair with a hair wand, and then I have other ones where I curl my hair with a hair straightener. So I'm going to use a hair straightener again. This is just a GHD. It's really old. It's like 10 years old, but it still works. So I'm going to clamp it on the hair and twist and pull. And I just let it go then before it gets to the end. So then you can see here we just have that like slight wave to it. Now my own real hair here curled a lot, so what I do is I'll just clamp down on pieces if it curls too much, and it just takes the heavy curl out of it. So I'm just going to continue to do this. As I've said in previous videos, I alternate between the direction that I curl. So the first one, I always curl it away from the face, and then I'll just kind of mix and match and change direction. So you can see the end of this one went a bit curly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, again, just like clamp down on it. And it just kind of takes the bulk out of it. And it's also okay if some curl more than others, because that's going to give it that more of like a textured finish to it anyway. And another little wave thing that you can do is if you clamp the straighteners down and bend down this way and pull it slightly, and then bend up that way slightly, bend up that way and pull slightly. And so see that it just gives it that wave effect to it. So you can kind of like do a few of them in between, and it will just give you that more of a, just like lots of different textures throughout the hair. So when I come to like weird like pieces like this, I know if I wave that it's gonna go too short and curly. So sometimes I will just like put a slight bend in the middle and just let it go. So it just kind of blends in then. So you can see here now we have that more of like a tousled kind of look. It's a bit more beachy, a bit more wavy, a bit more effortless, even though honestly this type of hairstyle? What is wrong with my words? This type of hairstyle is not effortless ever to do. It's always the fucking hardest to do. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just going to do the exact same on this side, and then I'll come back. So this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was actually fun to do. This is my first celebrity inspired makeup look, so I really enjoyed doing it. Let me know if you want to do more, if it's something that you're into. If it is, let me know, because I'm like legit down to do this. It's quite fun, and it like challenges you to do things and try new things that you don't usually do. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for the love, thanks for the comments, thanks for every single thing that you do for me on the daily. I appreciate it, and none of it goes unnoticed, so I just want to say thanks again. I hope you're all having a great weekend, and I will see you in the next video.